Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, and welcome everybody to a random Final Fantasy V challenge where I'm only allowed to use the attack command. In battle, that is. Nothing else. I'm allowed to use everything else outside of that. And this is Final Fantasy V with a dash patch. I don't know if this is the cutscene remover too. I don't think it is. Dash patch means that I can run even if I don't have a thief in my party. I think that's the only difference. Aside from that, it's completely vanilla. Well, plus a fan translation. But I figured that might be helpful for people to actually be able to understand what is going on. Let me actually put a timer on the screen, because why not? There we go. Alrighty, so... admittedly, I don't remember who suggested the challenge, but... I kind of wanted to play a bit more Final Fantasy V, get back into the game a little bit, and, well, a small challenge where you can only use the attack command seems quite a fun. I have completed this game with 4 Berserkers previously, which, well, this is basically the only attack command, but your targeting is random and you can literally not do anything aside from attacking enemies. Here we will have a bit more options, so it's gonna be a bit easier than that, but simultaneously, I think it'll allow for quite a bit of strategy. So there's that. Also, real quick everybody, how's the audio balance? Should I turn up my microphone a bit? It feels like I should. Alright, I turned out my microphone a little bit, so hopefully this is gonna be better. Audio's good. Okay, is it too loud now? Well, the dash patch kind of messes with the cutscenes a bit. Are you allowed to switch to White Mage out of combat to cast heals or Esuna? Good question. I guess the theory is that I'm only allowed to use the attack command in combat and nothing else. I think it'll be actually more interesting if I don't allow using magic commands out of combat either. How about just literally only attack commands and nothing else? Well, I want equipment and I want job changes, I guess. Because otherwise it's just boring. And yeah, there's one healing weapon in the game, and I can actually get more than one. Well, not until later, I guess. So is the healing rod the only thing you can use for healing? No, not quite actually. Mostly yes, but not entirely. If I get an elemental shield, I will also be able to heal a character by using like a flame sword or something like that. I think it would be more in the spirit of the challenge to... Well, I was going to use items outside of combat though, so why not spells outside of combat? Let's see what we can do if we are not using any items or spells outside of combat either. If it takes me too long to complete this challenge before BGG and Seven Sins arrive at the Final Fantasy V for their fiesta, might allow items and magic outside of combat, but let's just see how far we can get without. Oh. Actually, quick question everybody. Quick question everybody. Am I allowed to run from combat encounters? Battle speed to 5, message speed to 1, memory cursor, and we're gonna go with this one. I like this one. If it's Fiesta rules, then I guess no. This one is not Fiesta. The next one will be. You would say yes, but personally you wouldn't without a reason? Running away from combat? I think it might make a few areas quite tricky if you can't run away from combat with only attack commands. Which is how a Berserker challenge on the SNES would normally work, since you literally can't run away. I mean, yeah. Honestly, running away from encounters that are inefficient is for the most part just better. Please select a name. I have the perfect name for you. Bonk. If running away was a command, you would say it was off the table. Other Final Fantasies do have flee as a command, don't they? Like for example, Final Fantasy 1 does. I'm not sure about the others. So arguably it is a command. It's just not one that is displayed in the menu, even if it works a bit different than other commands. Get a Phoenix down for reviving cactus, but also... Actually... I guess it's just money right now, because I'm not gonna use items. Dark Source, thank you! Thank you so much for 6 months of support. Welcome back, and I'm glad you enjoy your stay. Let's just say no running away, for now. Again, kind of like using magic and items outside of combat. We might change up the rules a little. Speaking of rules, let me actually write those on screen because I have space on the screen anyways. Do I have text anywhere? This one? Cycle 3, alright, this one. Let's see. If I write attack only in battle, that actually kind of implies the no running away as well. Well, funnily enough. Rules. Attack only in battle. No items or magic outside of battle. How else could I describe this more eloquent? If you move the game to one side, you have more space for the text. I like it to be centered, though. But yes. Probably move it just a little. Oh, that's the wrong thing to move. Move it just a little bit. Nobody's gonna notice unless they know. Alright, is this everything or did I forget something? Another big question that is immediately creeping up in my head. Do I want to knock out 1 or 2 characters? So I only have 1 or 2 at a time. Actually, 1 is not good enough. I need at least 2 or 3. I was also going to ban using Berserker because it's 50% more damage, but it's more of a soft ban. I'm not gonna write that in the rules. I will immediately have to hold myself back from running away because my brain was already, hold L and R. No, no, don't do that. Not yet. Unbind LNR, but that's hard on real hardware. Yeah. I mean, it is an SNES mini controller, which is effectively the exact same as an SNES controller, except just better quality. But I still can't unbind it. Is there any other use for L and R in this game? I don't remember any. But that doesn't mean there aren't any. I didn't do the wiggle. The wiggle outside on the world map would mean I take 2 extra steps, which actually avoids one encounter just 2 steps into the cave. I only know this for the very beginning of the battle, but beyond that, no idea. Yep, this one. Alrighty, only attack, no running. Oh, this also means I actually can't exchange weapons in combat now that I think about it. Huh. I didn't actually consider that part yet. And there's gonna be another encounter a few steps later. Also, in case you're curious, this game does not allow you to switch characters around. In terms of like when 2 characters have their bar at the bottom ready, you have to use that character's turn. Oh yeah, defending would also be another command. But that is definitely a command used with R. Or row as well. You know what I should do? I should actually give Lena the sword. Because she's usually going to be the fastest. Well, 75% of the time anyways. I'm gonna remove your sword, give it over to Lena. Right now you deal both the same damage anyways. So you're gonna get the knife. Because Lena and Galuf should double up on... well, whoever is using the knife should double up with the person that doesn't have any weapons, just so... oh. They would actually both take out one enemy. Turns out this Dairo enemy actually has defense. I was not aware there was any enemy that had any defense until actually a fair bit later into the game. Huh. Hey Baron Haynes, welcome. Thank you, I hope you're doing well. Infant Metroid fan, thank you. Thank you so much for 39 months of support. Welcome back, and I'm glad you enjoy your stay. I hope you're doing well. I'm gonna get so many more levels than I'm used to. I wonder whether there's ever going to be a use for me to... wait, no, I can't. I was about to say, I do have a method of reviving characters. In combat, because I can use the Sage's staff, but I don't really have that option. Because you need to use the Sage's Staff as an item in order for it to revive. So no, can't do that. So next up, my main thought is, how do I heal in the later stages of the game? I think you need double click in order to one-shot this. Well, two-shot, I guess. And hey Provness, welcome. And yes, I'm allowed to use any job and any passives that I can equip. So the initial plan is to get two-handed from the knight in order to be able to get through this more efficiently. So I can use any job and any passives. Well, except Berserker. I'm not gonna use Berserker. Maybe I should. Maybe using Berserker isn't that big of a deal. Let's see. Late game healing. The two options I realistically have are the Fire Shield and the Ice Shield with the Firebrand and Icebrand weapons. But I would need two of each, at least. Or the healing stuff, of course. Counterattack of the monk could also be very interesting. These counterattacks, well, I'm not using a command, so it is more of passive rather than anything else. I think counterattack would be fine, right? So my best heal would be Summoner, theoretically, with the healing stuff for any purpose. Or maybe 2 of them. But I would definitely just want to master one of the mage classes. Which one is the quickest to master? In order to get the magic power. Maybe Bard would technically be faster to master than the others. If I want to go freelancer route in the end. So I can equip everything. Oh, I said yes. I was wondering, wait, you're not going the way I'm pushing the direction in. Until I realized that the other guy was just driving for me because I said yes. Alrighty. Oh, I was about to say, let's get the 3 potions from the left. And then I realized, oh yeah, I can't use those. I can't use tents either, but I guess I can sell them. I am allowed to save, by the way. Just wanted to point that out. Save command in the menu outside of battle is allowed. I really wonder how far Cure 2 can even get me with the healing stuff. Thinking time. Alright, you get a broadsword, you have a better weapon, and you get a knife. Oh yeah, this guy could be an issue, because I cannot defend. I have to keep attacking. So let's hope we get speed rolls in our favor so we can knock this guy out before he gets attacked. Or before he can clap down his wings. He has 250 HP. I did not count on how much damage I did. In the next attack he will... Okay, Ferris is gonna get to attack again, but the others not before he claps down his wings. And it was just enough. Basically, whenever it gets to its 3rd turn, it would clap down its wings and get really high defense. Which means we deal 0 damage, and whenever we attack it, it would counterattack with a gust of wind. Which is basically guaranteed to kill us in 4 or 5 turns at the latest. And because we would be attacking into it at least, well, a few times, we would basically die rather quickly. Hey Ghost of Godfunk, welcome. How are you doing today? Hit the front guy. Thank you. I guess it didn't really matter. Let's see, Siren could be a pretty significant problem. We cannot really get any more swords or broadswords. Then again, trying to get 200 already is kind of a stretch. I guess one of the things I'm thinking about is, do I want to go the route where I have freelancers in the end so I can equip everything? Or would I be fine with going like equip shield on a summoner and go with that, but then my maximum HP would be much lower. many points do you need to master monk? Counter is at 60. So 15, 45, 90, 150 ability points to get counter on a monk. Considering I can only get 2 swords, maybe this is fine. Get 2 monks, 2 knights. You like how this game still presents interesting choices for just attack command usage? Right? This is kind of the nature of the system they have developed. Because there's so many viable options for approaching the game, it just gives you so many options for all sorts of challenges. Alrighty, so I'm thinking I will want to have Galuf as a monk for now. Monks are very slow, so it'll be fine. And Lena. So the main idea here is, if I want to go down the route of mastering some jobs for the freelancer later, Monk would give me the highest stamina and strength of any of the characters. And especially Krile later in the game is going to have, well, the lowest amount of HP of all the characters, so having Monk instead of Knight might be helpful. Although that might be a stretch anyways. Either way, I'm gonna go Knight with Bonk, and I'm gonna go Knight with Ferris. Also, theoretically, it's actually better for me to use a dagger right now, I think, rather than the broadsword, because it should have one more multiplier. Also, I guess I would be able to defeat Carbos right now. Oh, actually. No. I was about to say maybe I should allow myself to use tents at save points. But I feel like it's gonna be more interesting for the end game if I don't even allow tents at the save points. Which means my only option for healing is using the healing staff in combat or some other means of healing in combat. As well as running all the way outside. I wonder whether the squids actually would be better experience. I don't think they are actually. Inns, yes. So one thing I will say is, let's say I am on the overworld and I could run over to a city, but I just use an elixir on everybody instead to get fully healed. I think that would be fine. Like just kind of being too lazy to go to a city. I would allow that, but simultaneously, until I'm that lazy, I think it's fine. 150 monies. And because I can't use most of the things anyways, might as well just sell most of the things. Keep the broadsword. Sell the Phoenix Stones, I'm not allowed to use those. Heal up. Actually, this is gonna make me use inns in this game for the first time in a long time. Well, that's not true. But there's a lot of inns in this game that I just never really used because, you know, it's more efficient to do other stuff instead. But I'm gonna go ahead and buy some basic equipment. So everybody gets a leather helmet. I think I need 2. Oh, we can actually... I didn't even realize you could buy leather shields here. Equip 2... Leather armor doesn't do anything. I genuinely had no idea you could get leather shields. They only have a 10% chance to allow you to block physical attacks, but hey, 10% more than we had before. Also, we will be able, thanks to the random drop from the goblin earlier, we got some leather shoes. I will be able to get leather shoes for everybody too, meaning that we have one more defense than we would usually have. This guy is going to give us leather shoes as well. From the chest specifically, although he did have a chance to drop us leather shoes. In the combat as well, with a 1 in 16 chance. I don't think there's any weapons we can use here. Oh wait, we can buy broadswords. I like the idea of just going monks. You know all about the value of low percent chances. Welcome to you, Ionic Iris. Yes, there are quite a few interesting weapons in the game, I agree. Some of them not terribly usable, unless you use certain abilities on conjunction, but oh well. Hey Headspace, welcome. I hope you're doing well. So here's my last pair of leather shoes. And that's all I need. For now. Welcome to you as well, Ed Rocket. I hope you're doing well. Inspector Gadget. Go Gadget Chicken Knife. I'm not currently allowed to run away from combat. Wait, that means I can use the Brave Blade. I didn't even think about that until now. The only way I will be able to steal is with the with the thief's knife as well. So I will be stuck with only one healing rod until then. The biggest question right now I have is, am I gonna get the fire shield or the Aegis shield? I have no way of removing petrification status. My timer is paused? Thank you. Oh. My timer crashed, in fact. Weird? Oh well, how long have you been playing? I have no idea. An exception occurred in web client request. Okay. No, don't update. Let's say this is 25 minutes. The early game takes quite a long time. Thank you for letting me know, because I didn't. Sign we need a time mage. A time mage? Do you think time mages are good at keeping track of time? Or are they time mages because they can manipulate time because they're terrible at normally tracking it, so they can always arrive just in time because they manipulate time instead of being in time? Maybe I'm thinking about this too much. Either way, I feel like I want to level up a bunch before Carl Boss. I should be able to defeat Carl Boss right now, theoretically, with the levels and stats we have. But I think it is more sensible to level up like once or twice. I think at least until the monks get like an additional attack multiplier. Actually, I would need to calculate when I get attack multipliers. I'm gonna be too lazy for that this time. Yeah, I did not start with Final Fantasy V today. Played another game. You think most people would be time mages? Oh, most people you know would be time mages so they could get places in time for when they lose track of it. Yes. A lot of us here probably would be time mages for that reasoning. The Time Tank is the class that D&D style games have been missing all along. Alrighty, welcome to Running in Circles. You know, I might want to have a thief in my party, I just realized. Just so I don't get back attacked. Because getting back attacked is going to be exceptionally annoying. Because all my dudes are melee right now. Who would like to be a thief? Lena? Sure. Basically, thieves' passive ability is that they cannot get back attacked. Like the party can't get back attacked. Why do you not have leather shoes? Did I not get enough? I got one random drop, one from the chest, one from the bush. I thought I got a random drop one. Apparently not. Yeah, I'm literally having a thief in my party just so I can't get back attacked. Which also means Lena is gonna be the fastest character, so she would kind of be the prime candidate to be the healing staff user, maybe. Is there any other elemental weapons I could take advantage of that we could heal off of, aside from the fire and ice swords? Because these are not gonna be too strong in the later stages of the game. You don't know if this is a silly question, but what would attack do outside of battle? Instead of enemies attacking you, you would attack them. So you get into random encounter, maybe? Let's see, how much damage does Carl Boss do? Like 32? So if we have 100 HP on everybody, we would be able to reasonably survive. What you actually want to ask is, what does the first rule actually restrict you from doing? What does the first rule restrict me from doing? Well, I can't use items in battle. I can't use, like, steal or other commands in battle. I can't run away from battle. I can't defend in battle. I also cannot change a row in battle. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, yeah, that could be interpreted the other way as well, where I can only attack in battle, but not outside of battle. Is that actually should be rewarding? If you have better or suggestions how to reward these things, feel free to let me know. It's the attack that is only, not in battle. Oh. Yeah, I didn't even think about that part. That's fun though. I got something. Did I get shoes by chance? I did not get shoes. These guys only drop elixirs. I don't know what the other encounter was, but it could have been just 3 Moldwins. Attack command only? Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. That's a good suggestion. Or only attack command in battle. Something like this, maybe? Overlap? Doesn't overlap. That way I can actually also center the game laser again. That works. Thank you for the suggestions, I appreciate those. Galov learned build up, can't use it. I guess the monk passives I would be able to use is like 10% HP and 20% HP and 30% HP. Let's see, there's no way to... Lightning Spear. No way to absorb lightning, is there? So Lightning Spear doesn't do anything. Oh, leather shoes. There we go. 1 in 16 chance from the goblins. Sweet. +1 defense. And hey, Frito, yes, Secret of Mana for New Year's will happen. It will not be in one sitting, at least. Well, it's gonna be more like last year, I guess. But this time at least it's planned in 2 sittings. I think that is more reasonable. Still going to be going quite deep into the night, to say the least. A secret. I think all of these encounters... Oh wait, no, that was 2 ability points for this encounter. I was about to say all of these encounters are only 1 ability point. This one was 2. And hey, Smoothie Cold. I have actually begun scripting, like, a number of these, but I have to admit, I kind of just lose motivation as soon as the video editing part starts. Like, I have literally written entire scripts for these things. But, yeah, it's a difficulty. I am trying to do this, actually. This is an excellent suggestion, I will say. But it's also kind of difficult to do for me. You know what I just realized? Lena only needs to learn, like... Hey, 4 elixirs. Can't use those. Hey Lena, do you already have the... Oh, that's passages. Is it the next one? Don't you get the no back attacks thing relatively early? That would actually be perfectly sufficient for this. I don't need to keep her a thief then. Because thieves just have overall really low attack power. Came up a couple of days ago. Oh. I don't remember what the snow overlay thing was. Has a quick food box. Yep. But yeah, I would love to actually make like full commentary videos for these challenges. Like Seeker of Mana solo character challenge probably would be pretty decent as well. And it's just really difficult to get the entire thing done. Like right now I'm actually working on a script for my old school RuneScape experience in Trailblazer. And the script is huge. But then again, that's just kind of the type of style I guess I go for. It's more of a long form. Thank you, Smoothie. Font and editor. I would definitely help a lot. But at least for like the stuff I'm going for, it would probably be quite lengthy. So I would need to be able to pay an editor quite a bit of money because it would be quite lengthy to get that stuff done, to say the least. Video editing can be hard and tedious, yeah. At least I've gotten a bit of experience in that by now, so that does help. Nope, that's the wrong one. Like, I started using Blender as a video editor, and it actually... Let me tell you, starting to get or doing things in Blender takes a while. Because it just feels like you more or less have to do everything via the shortcuts and commands, otherwise it's just really awkward to do. But once you start getting used to it, it starts being really nice. But I'm literally at the start for that. The snow particle. I think it's because I used the snowflake originally as like a character, and it needs to have the correct font installed probably or something. Or defined anyways, as the default. You never use Blender for video? Yeah, it's basically, it has an entire video editor at this point. I originally wanted to use it to make like a little animation, and then eventually I noticed, hey, that thing has a video editor too. And the other video editors I've been using would just be a bit awkward, honestly. And I figured if I can just do everything in Blender, that would just be much more convenient. Blender might just be the highest barrier to entry of any editing software you've used, but when you get past it, it's an incredible multi-tool. Yeah, I've been kind of chipping away at it, just learning a little bit here, and then just basically feeling like I have accomplished nothing after like an hour or two, and then just doing something else. But it's always a little bit more than I did last time. and I internalized the commands. I know now if you want to move something, you press G when you highlight it, and then if you want to move it specifically X or Z axis or Y axis, you press the corresponding axis button on top of it. You can press S afterwards to scale and all sorts of things. It's really good, it's just a lot to learn. You've half learned the basic 3D modeling flow for programmer art. That sounds like a lot of work to say the least. Like, Blender is a monster of a tool, but I imagine if you have done like one side of it, you have already learned the commands for like all the basic stuff that are kind of transferable skills in a sense. One thing I wanted to do in Blender and I couldn't figure out how was basically assign an item, an object, whatever, a specific kind of animation and then copy that animation to have other items use the same animation or like the same sequence of things. And I couldn't figure out how to do that. Like, the one thing I figured out how to do is awkwardly copying all the keyframes over, but that was not exactly as clean as I hoped it would be. So if somebody knows how to do that, I would be very interested, because I just wanted to have like a series of images just float across the screen, but I don't want to define the path for each individual's image individually. I want to have them in sequence. So I feel like there's probably a better solution, I just couldn't find it at the time. Also, my goal here, by the way, is at this point get Lena to the next thief level, hope that it is the back attack prevention, and then switch her over to... I don't know what I'm gonna switch her over to. Probably Knight or Monk. If I wanna go with the mastering the classes approach... In a high HP class like the Knight, high strength like the Knight would be handy. Then again, if I give somebody the healing stuff, they don't need high strength. They just need agility and magic power as well as HP. I guess HP is kind of universally useful. Mystic Knight mastering actually would be interesting because the passive for getting shell could be very valuable. Mastering Monk would just give us counterattacks, which might actually mess up things. Alright, I just realized we're actually dealing a good chunk of damage here, so... But it's only also for more AP ability points. If you're a knight, you'll be ready for Brave Blade later. Right, it's more about, like, if I want to use freelancers, so I kind of want to master various job classes to get their stats and passives, or whether I want to just stick to the combination of characters instead. I'm not sure what would be more reasonable, is what I'm saying. And yeah, exactly, Tiro, those are the two options I can think of. I could theoretically also use an Assassin's Dagger or a Death Sickle in order to proc instant death on a character with the whatever armor is called, the bone mail equipped. Okay, I think that's Lena gaining this thing. Passages and dash. Oh, I still know it. Okay, let's go. It's not what I was hoping for. But elemental shields and hitting my own characters with the corresponding elements feels like one of the more reliable strategies. But, well, because they should just hit harder. Plus they would allow the characters to actually deal damage to enemies too, which I think would be helpful. Dancing Dagger Absorb. I think you don't deal enough damage. Alright. There's nothing I need to buy, so I think we just go. Probably want to save after this little cutscene here. Oh, these things have... Oh, wait. They don't? I thought they had a lot more HP than that, so I wouldn't be able to one-shot them. I was wrong. We're good. They gave 2 ability points, so this would have been better for farming ability points. Is there anything I want to do? I kind of want to turn... Oh, I just realized. If I turn Lena from a thief into a knight, for this encounter here, she will basically just not have the maximum HP. Like, I can do that, but I won't be able to heal up the maximum HP beforehand. Huh. Might as well keep her a thief for now. Hello, welcome to Bylokar. I hope you're doing well. You remember spending way too much time dealing with the Thief's Dagger you did when Quad Circle. You didn't even use up all the extremely rare drops you farmed? Well, I mean, if you didn't need them, then that's more convenient, isn't it? Was the Guardian's Hall of Homes game any good? It was decent. It could have used some improvements on the user experience overall, and it only has 1 music track, so left a little bit to desire, but conceptually, and just kind of execution-wise for now, it's kind of nice. I like it. Right, can only attack. 48 damage. This guy has 650 HP. 2 out of 3 times he's gonna use Tentacle at the very beginning. This is actually perfect. He is only using this on Lena. She's gonna be stunned for 2 turns. Oh yeah, we're gonna be able to easily knock this out. So 1 in 3 times he's gonna use Tail Screw, 1 in 3 times a regular attack, and 1 in 3 times an attack with a stun attached to it. So we got lucky that he used the regular attack because that's the least dangerous. Wow! Galuf is just done with this encounter. It's just a double crit. Wasn't it like an 8% chance to crit? Which is really not that high. But, well, crits do ignore defense. So they can be really good. Super Saiyan Galuf. Yep. Sildra, no! For Carl! Am I rusting Final Fantasy V so I can join 7 and BGG? Yes, I think that's part of it. It's not the entire part as to why I'm doing this, but that is part of it. Also, by the way, when I create a video for, like, a commentary video, like, full commentary, so to speak, just like an edited experience for YouTube, how many of you would be interested in watching that? And even if you might not be that interested, would you be okay with just kind of me posting that somewhere, and you would be, like, just sharing this with people who may be interested? Just kind of curious what the response to that would be. I almost started running away again. Brain is still like, hold L and R to escape from these encounters that we don't want to fight. No. Bad idea. Commentary on what? Just kind of like a commentary video for, like, let's say a Secret of Mana solo challenge, where I just commentate on how it works, the mechanics, and all sorts of stuff. The experience and running through it. I don't know, maybe just a guide for that one. You playing a game and doing commentary? No, actually it would be the commentary separate. I would be writing a script and then recording it, and then just kind of using the video and maybe cutting out some of the more grindy parts or something, I don't know. Hey look, a tent, I can't use it. And yes, I've seen that smoothie, and I actually really enjoy watching those myself. So I'm not sad about that one bit. So the question is, should I just try Siren with this getup? I could go and grab the Phoenix down, but I don't really feel like I need it. Because it would just be money. Excuse me, it would just be money anyways. You can only use the attack command, but you can do two-hand / dual wield, right? Yes, I can do that. Oh, actually, you can't dual wield healing staves, can you? Actually, why wouldn't you? Wait, I need somebody to master ninja, so they can equip 2 healing staves. The ninja would also automatically provide a lot of agility and a decent amount of vitality. Maybe just everybody goes ninja. Someday, Belakar, I agree. It will happen. Alrighty, should I get Lena to be something else for now? Who can use flails? Oh, Freelancer, I guess. In that case, I don't need to... I was going to wonder whether I should turn Lena into, like, whatever job class I'm going for. Then go and heal so she has full HP, and then run over to Siren. But I think it's gonna be fine. Wait, I won't be able to use antidotes. And stuff. This is mildly inconvenient. Yes, this is the Super Nintendo version. I do have a dash patch on this ROM here specifically, which allows me to dash without having to have a thief in the party. And also kind of messes with the cutscenes a bit, which isn't ideal, but oh well. Everybody gained a level. Oh well. Maybe more maximum damage. Either way, I'm gonna turn Lena briefly into a freelancer. For the normal class. It doesn't matter. Because she can equip the flail in the back row with this. Which will allow me to effectively deal full damage from the back row, so she only takes half the damage from physical attacks, and she will actually pierce defense with the flail. So the flail is kind of like an axe-type weapon or hammer-type weapon, which ignores 3/4 of the enemy's defense. And Siren, after she goes for 3 moves, she will actually have really high physical defense for, well, 3 more attacks. During these 3 attacks, she will also attack very heavily with physical attacks, which hopefully are gonna be directed to Lena. Also, I just realized the Knight's passive means that they're gonna cover for the other characters. Wait, do I want to have a mini Knight with a healing rod equipped? For healing? To block for the others? No, I can't block for the others. No, I cannot change rows. And I also cannot defend. Those would be both commands. We've also just kind of initially contemplated whether I should be allowed to run away. But that is kind of a command in the game as well for combat, so I'm just going to only use attack. So that means this is a Brave Blade run automatically. Alright, let's go. Haste. Oh, this is kind of one of the worst case scenarios, because now she is going to get her turns much more quickly than we do. She has 0 physical defense here in this form, so Galuf actually is going to do the most damage out of all the characters. Cure is fine, this means she did not use an offensive spell. Bolt is okay-ish too. The flail, by the way, does have a 30% chance to miss, so it probably will happen sometime. She also has 9, I think 900 HP. So this is where she has really high physical defense, and we hope to crit with Galuf, and this is where the flail comes in potentially handy. Wow, Galuf still does really good chunky damage. I'm impressed. Also, Galuf as a monk has a 50% chance to counterattack whenever he gets hit with physical attacks. Also very handy. By the way, Siren did lose haste when she transformed. Oh. Well, that was way easier than I anticipated. We get a bronze shield. This is a 15% chance to block physical attacks. Better than before. Hey PJ, welcome. Thank you for the good luck. Haven't needed. Back to a thief. So we hopefully will get the protect against back attacks soon. I'm not gonna go for Mastering Thief with her anytime soon, because that takes a long time. But she would be the prime candidate to go for Thief for speed, compared to the other characters anyways. Whoa. Needle? Okay, honestly, Monk right now is the best damage dealer. This is interesting. So we need to go down in order to recover HP, because I'm also not allowed to use items outside of battle as well as magic. These encounters here, they hit decently hard at this point, and more importantly, they don't actually give that much experience, unfortunately, so usefulness is questionable. Also, they can counterattack these little needle guys, but I didn't realize they counterattack the random enemy, or, well, character, on my end. Alrighty. Let's see. Regal Cutlass. I can buy 2 of these. These are actually pretty good swords, for this stage in the game especially. I might actually just buy 2 more. Because if I decide that the others just don't have enough firepower with their current classes, it might actually just make sense. So we can get bronze helmets for you 2, bronze armors for you 2, and copper pelts? Or plates? I don't know. And just 1 more bronze shield. I don't know if I need anything cotton. Probably not. Cotton would be for majorly characters. Alright, pretty substantial upgrades for everybody all around. And the great thing is really that it's fine, because I don't need most of these items anyway, so... Or, well, I can't use any other items anyways, that way around. Wait, where's the inn? This is the inn. When you played this as a teenager, you only realized half of how complicated everything in this game was made. I mean, that's kind of also part of the nice thing, I will say, is... You can always learn more about this game, it almost feels like, but simultaneously, you don't necessarily have to. There's so many little things you can try to consider and optimize, but I mean, it's fine. If you just want to play through it casually and do stuff one way or another, you probably can. The game is pretty lenient in that. Although, when I say that, while the game is relatively lenient in a lot of aspects, it does have quite a bit of difficulty to it too. Apparently these tattoos have evasion, which I wasn't even aware of. Galaflant Mantra, can't use that. Mantra would be like a small self-heal, which unfortunately is based on intelligence, which monks have literally 0 of baseline. This should be enough to knock it out. It is. Okay, it looks like Tattoo have basically 100 HP. And Lena just took some damage. Less than ideal. Double grip. Wait, I already learned double grip. Who learned double grip? Whoa, you learned double grip already. My brain was lagged way further away in terms of when I'm gonna get that, but no, it's here already. Double grip literally... Basically, if you have no shield equipped, you effectively grip your sword in two hands and deal effectively double the damage. Slightly more complicated than that for exact numbers, but it's effectively double the damage. For most intents and purposes. Yeah, I knew double grip wasn't that late, but this is earlier than anticipated. There is a soft down there and a phoenix down. I need neither of these because I can't use them. So yeah, we deal 220 damage, which arguably I should be keeping the shields equipped. Because I will probably be one-shotting those enemies here anyways. Maybe. But then again, I can't get back attacked, so I will usually get my first attack off before they get to do anything. Oh wait, these guys have way more HP, don't they? But I'm pretty sure they don't have that much HP. Let's see. Oh. Gallop still... one-shots anyways. Do you say one-shot even though he punches twice? It's like one attack. But it's 2 hits. It's a 1-2 punch. Right. I'm not gonna be able to knock them out before they hit me. Let's see. Corner. I got cornered. Less than ideal. Because this is HP I cannot recover currently. I wonder whether White Mage actually will be the correct choice anyways in this. Should have attacked the Cockatrice with Lena. Because I think that thing has evasion, so a chance to hit might not be that great. Maybe. Hit anyways, we're fine. My instinct is to just open the menu and use potions to heal everybody, but I'll do that. So I guess we just mostly go... Wait. I guess it makes the most sense to turn you into a monk for now, huh? Yeah, monk for now makes the most sense because that way you deal the most damage. There's actually one thing I can do in combat. I can wait on using the attack command. Wait, I'm slower than Siren anyways. Yeah, Magisa. So I think that largely doesn't matter. I was thinking of, I might be able to get 2 attacks in between... before Magisa can attack once more, after, if I just attack right after she goes, but... yeah, no. Yep, no items outside of battle. And no magic outside of battle. I might regret this later, and depending on how long it takes, I might adjust it. Because I want to do the Fiesta run alongside BGG and 7 Sins, but they still have to get through Final Fantasy 3 Pixel Remaster and Final Fantasy 4. So we're good for now. Alrighty, welcome to Magisa. She only has like 650 HP. So knocking her out is actually pretty nice and quick. However, the catch is that if she gets below... oh wow, never mind, we one-cycled her. Nice. If we get her below a certain threshold of HP, specifically below 5? Is it 350 or 300 HP? Either way, when she drops below 300 or 350 HP, on her next turn she's going to summon Forza, which is a big dude that has 900 HP, a good defense, and hits like a truck. Well, hits like a truck for this point in the game. You're sensing a pattern for these boss fights? Maybe. We don't get to strategize until, well, actually right now, because I can't get the healing rod. Alright, who am I going to turn into a white mage? Because white mage is the only class I currently have that can equip staves. Wait, no, Time Mage will also be able to equip staves. So Time Mage actually makes more sense. Well, but I don't get this until after Galura. Wait, this is not where I meant to go. Can the red mage equip staves? Yes. Staves, rods, they can basically equip. Also regular swords. They cannot equip shields in this version, that is indeed accurate, which is a big shame. By the way, did you know there's cabins over here? I can't use them. Because no items allowed, but I might as well grab them? Question mark. Oh, hey BGG. I'm so slow at reading chat that I only just now realized that. He answered 4 minutes ago. Good job, Yaga. You are on Final Fantasy IV, so almost there. Yeah, it actually is much closer then. Hi, I hope you're doing well. So I might want to allow items outside of battle. Maybe. I don't know. I kind of enjoy this for now. Then again, I don't want to start too early. Actually, yeah, maybe. I mean, I'm not racing the entire series, so I'm fine with just... Basically what I'm saying, I kind of want to watch them play. But am I allowed to watch them play when I could get strategies from them too? Because it's not like I'm gonna remember everything all the time. I can? Yay, okay. Wait, there's no point in me grabbing the elixirs. I can't use them. And even if I did, I have a bunch already. They are worth 1 gold right now. Where am I going, even? Just need to wait for you to roll the jobs, indeed. So it's probably going to be at least one day after one of you properly starts Final Fantasy V. Or maybe more. Katana! That's a good weapon. Am I thinking of doing a Final Fantasy Fiesta too? No, I'm just kind of doing like an accompanying run to BGG and Seven Sins. Honestly, the main purpose originally why I started doing this is I just wanted to have an excuse to play more Final Fantasy V. And having like a good reason to is much nicer than just randomly doing it for me. And they usually have really interesting restrictions and challenges attached to it. So it makes it even more interesting. You'd love to see you try the OG Famicom Final Fantasy 2 at some point. That one... Yeah, that would be interesting sometime. I wonder if I could come up with my own strategy, because especially on these older games, I like knowing how the mechanics work rather than just playing them, so to speak, if that makes sense. Because it's more fun for me to strategize and get in there with full knowledge on the mechanics, so I can like theorize about things. But Final Fantasy 2 is kind of a lot of work in that regard. Training. Let's see, training suit. That gives +1 strength and has also a bit more defense than the stuff we had before. So I want one full set of iron equipment for my knights. The other 3 are going to get training armor. I think Thief can also equip training armor, don't you? You can. Alright, you also get glasses. Glasses prevent getting blinded in combat and also give +1 defense, so they're strictly better than leather shoes. We don't have a weapon for a thief yet, though. I would get one here if I could steal, but I can't. So dagger it is. Wait. Don't need anything here, let's go. Wait. Do I need to heal? Oh wait, I can heal now, I have a healing rod. We're good. That is Saga 0, Final Fantasy 2. Yeah, honestly, I just kind of like the concept of whatever you... Oh wait, I didn't go to the castle yet. Whoops. I just kind of like the concept of whatever you're using, you're getting better and stronger at. So, just kind of from that perspective, Final Fantasy 2 is very compelling to me. Are healing rods available for purchase anyways? No, you can steal them theoretically in World 2, but because I don't get the Thief's Knife until World 3, I have to wait until then. But stealing them as a rare steal is the only way to get them, if I'm not mistaken. I might be mistaken. I don't think I am, though. Oh, I just realized I can also equip a whip. So Galore is actually going to be no problem, isn't it? I probably don't even need the healing rod. I just need a tiny bit of luck. It's the first game you played with a hex editor? Final Fantasy 2? Oh wow. Oh yeah, only Netsu 3, right. 2 is the other one. I did not realize that either. Just like, oh yeah. Bonk. So if you have a thief, you can steal mithril daggers from the wyverns here. Very efficient for like just straight up damage output. Even if you're not using a thief, if you can just steal the mithril dagger somehow, because well, you might have a thief. Those things are really good. I'm literally just having a thief in my party just so we don't get back attacked. Because the passive ability of the thief is that you don't get back attacked. Wait, what was this one here? Was that the silk robe? That is the silk robe. Then there is a maiden's kiss in a chest on the right, which removes the frog status. But I can't use items, so... no point in picking it up. Oh, man. Preemptive attack, very nice. When you kill off one wyvern, then they are very likely to use their wind attack that deals 25% of your maximum health to every character in your party. But if you keep both of them alive for one round when they can still attack, they will pretty much always use only a physical attack instead. There's the silver ring I was looking for. Who's gonna be the defending one? You have more HP. Alright, I'm gonna give you... oh, you can't equip silver rings. Okay. That's fair. So I want to give you an iron. You know what? It probably doesn't matter. More defense is likely better anyways. Yeah, this is fine. The one thing I want to consider is turning Galuf into a not monk on this upcoming encounter, because the problem with monk is they attack twice, which means they can trigger 2 counterattacks as well. So that is significantly less than ideal. I'm gonna turn Lena into actually a freelancer again here, because she can use the whip. The whip isn't quite as strong as the katana for just raw damage, but most importantly, it has a pretty high chance to paralyze enemies, and this boss here is very weak to paralyzation because it both can be afflicted by it and it is not flagged as a boss in the code, or more specifically, it's not flagged as heavy in the code, which heavy normally means that status effects only last for like, I don't know, half a second or something like that. It still takes hold, just not particularly well. Oh, are we already in we are already in counterattack range, aren't we? Yes, we are. Okay, that was only one counterattack, that is the regular attack. Please stun. Uh-oh, we didn't paralyze. I should have put Leonard to the back row because the whip also has a reach, so it deals full damage from the back row. Every time I attack here, Galura has 1200 HP. Once it drops below 800 HP remaining, it will counterattack twice. And for Galuf, it's gonna be counterattacking 4 times. Although it does have a chance to just not do anything on one of the turns it can counterattack. Speaking of counterattacking, Galuf also can counterattack. But not if he's dead, so that's a bit of a problem. Rush also inflicts HP leak status, which means we continuously very quickly lose health. The HP leak status for losing health has been significantly toned down in the Pixel Remaster, so it is barely noticeable, but it is very extreme for low-level characters or low HP characters in this game here. Can you have the counterattack ability equipped to get extra attacks? Yes. There's nothing saying I couldn't in this case. Just kind of trying to think of elemental weapons that could be useful. For healing, that is. Here we have Time Mage. We can equip Staves as a Time Mage. Mystic Knight. Mystic Knight's passive actually could come in very handy, where if you're low on HP, you can cast Shell on yourself, which halves the incoming magic damage as well as halves the chance of being afflicted by status effects. Or other chance to hit magic spells. But of course, the problem is you would be at low HP at that point. Unlike other Final Fantasies, Shell does not reduce the amount of healing you receive though, thankfully. Let's see. Knife, dagger, metal dagger, kunai, mage mash, guardian dagger, orihulkin, kodachi. I don't think daggers have any. Oh wait, no, wind daggers are a thing. But that's not useful. Can you change weapons in combat? Nope. Cannot change weapons in combat. That would be using a command other than attack in combat. So let's see, Coral Sword is lightning attacks, but that doesn't help me. Slumber Sword, very limited usefulness. Flame Tongue will be actually useful, as well as Ice Brand. Drain Sword would be great if it only had more than 25% accuracy. Goodbye, Sildra. Until next time. Spears. Trident is lightning element, wind is wind. Holy Spear is holy, but I can't absorb holy. Oh my goodness. Ancient Sword doesn't have elements attached, but it does have a chance to cast Old whenever you attack with it. You cannot fly over the little mountain ranges, by the way, with this flying companion here. So you're kind of restricted on where you can go. The Doom Axe could theoretically be used for healing. I guess technically rods have an elemental attack, although their attack both can be ranging from 0 to literally double your max hit, and they have really low base attack and the skill of magic power, so a whole host of reasons not to use rods for regular attacks. Are we picking the assassin dagger? Maybe. Thinking of equip Rod on a ninja. So that actually would mean I need to master the Time Mage on somebody. Equipping Time Mage and putting into a ninja could be my main healer. Or I could do that twice. Two healers are actually much more sensible. I don't think one is going to be able to keep up. Or I could master Ninja and play Time Mage, although Ninja I think has way more HP, so... And base HP. And base agility. Oh, I forgot to switch Lena back to a thief. These guys have a decent amount of physical defense, so fists are actually much worse than the swords at this point. Well, actually, they would be before. Actually, it's actually not much worse, I guess. Just a bit. Back to thief. Uh-oh. Lena doesn't one-shot them, which kinda makes sense, I guess. I should be actually specifically not be walking in the forest in this area. This weird attack there that just deals 0 is a revenge attack that deals... You're currently missing HP in damage to your opponent. So that's why I said uh-oh. Because that both could have dealt a lot of damage, but we're not that slow for them to attack beforehand. the light stuff has attack element wholly. Ow. There's a lot of damage. Maybe I should just put Lena into the back row. Zoo! These things have like 650 or so HP. Was it 750? It's a lot. Wow, and decides to just knock out Lena. How rude. They also have a 1 in 16 chance to drop elixirs. Okay, we can buy one item for a significant discount here. And this is the part where I realized that Biblos is going to be a major issue. Huh. Let's buy Mithril Swordsword now. You're fine for Biblos. You've got knights, not gonna be too hard to outdamage 250 HP drains. What about the healing part though? I can't not attack with the others. Well, I guess I could attack my own guys. There actually might be, in fact, be value to equip the weakest weapon on one of the characters, just so I have one less character attacking. And the other characters have more time to heal up with, well, one healing stuff. Yeah, I feel like we have to trade quite a bit still for Biblos. I was initially considering maybe knocking out one of my characters so the others get more experience. So I would be leveling up faster, but I think ability points are gonna be more important in the long run. Liquid Flame. Is this gonna be an issue? By the way, the original reason why I put Lena in front is because so she would have to have a slightly higher priority in moving. Like in a tie situation when two characters are at the exact same speed in combat. But I guess I'm just gonna keep her in the front now. Alrighty. Let's see. 2 mithril swords for the 2 knights, kinda makes sense. A mithril dagger for Lena for now, so she at least can deal a bit more damage than before. Let's sell some stuff we can't use or don't use anyways. Tents. Elixir sell for 5 gold each. It's actually more than 1 gold I thought was, but not really a whole lot more. Sell the dagger. Sell the flail. Regal cutlass. Don't need these anymore. Keep the glasses actually. Because they're gonna be handy in the steamship. Don't need broadswords anymore, or leather armor, leather helmets, leather shields. Silk robe. Maybe I'm gonna use that? Probably not. I'm gonna keep all the interesting equipment that might have some outside use that I can't just easily buy anymore if I sell it now. Alright, that way I have a bit more money to work with. I'm gonna buy 2 mithril shields. Those are the best shields I currently have access to. They give us a 25% chance to block physical attacks, I think. Or was it 30%? Either way, it's a lot. I'm gonna buy a second mithril hat. I'm gonna buy 2 plumed hats. Actually, 4 plumed hats, because plumed hats give you magic, defense, and evasion. So that can be better than just the physical defense the mithril helmets provide. 2 mithril armors for now. Maybe more. Actually, 1 more for Lena when she switches over. Silver armor. Actually, I'm gonna keep the training suit on Gallo, so he has +1 strength, which I could calculate when that makes a difference, but I'm not going to because I'm too lazy. Alright. Yeah, also need to revive Lena. Sunglasses. Nice. That almost fits on that rabbit. Fits really well overall. Alrighty, complete mithril equipment for both of my dudes here. You get the plumed hat and the training armor. You get also plumed hat and the mithril dagger. You can also get the glasses. I should sell the leather shoes at this point, because they're gonna get auto-equipped over other stuff, which is a bit inconvenient. We don't need that. Alright. Do I need many more levels for Blackcloth Flame? I think the answer is yes. If I can only attack... Sure, I can heal. Right now I'm kind of trying to think, is there any way for my characters to basically deal no damage to myself and only attack the enemy by counter-attacking? While I heal, but not really. Level 30 plus and monk equals win. I mean, that would technically be an option. I don't want to grind for that long, though. Oh, that's not quite enough. Ow. Oh yeah. Actually, I'm going to get a heal after Liquid Flame, so that's gonna be convenient. More levels. Do Rotsa's attacks sometimes proc spells in 5, or was that only in 6? I think that's only in 6. They do not do that in 5. There's other weapons and items that do proc spells, like the Flame Whip has a chance to cast Fire 3 on attack. My characters are hitting decently hard, so it is a big benefit. You know, alrighty, here's a question, everybody. For a challenge like this, where you can only attack, would you allow Berserkers? For the people that may not know, Berserkers basically, all they do in combat is they get the Berserk status and then have a 50% increased attack power and just attack a random enemy target. You would say, yeah, why not? You see, why not? Alright. Because initially I was going to say, you know, I've done the Quad Berserker run, why not just ban Berserkers? But here, I was actually just kind of thinking, there is a way for me to attack an enemy without having to use up a turn, which would in fact be very helpful to avoid more counterattacks than necessary, and that would be to use a Berserker. So my initial instinct was to have Monk's counterattack, but Berserkers automatically attacking would technically work too. Why not? Sounds perfect for this. You don't see why not. Okay. It depends on if you are selecting a skill or if their ability triggers from pressing attack. I'm not selecting a skill. Basically, they are always automatically berserked at the beginning of combat and you cannot control them. No, I did finish Quadzerker. It was one of the earlier challenges I did. I actually did it on the PlayStation version, Frognes. PlayStation version has an interesting quirk where the Super Nintendo version, you cannot run away from combat with 4 Berserkers. However, in the PlayStation version, you can. But you also have to deal with the much longer battle transitions. So yeah, I did Quadzerker on PlayStation. At the time, nobody else, I think, had done Quadzerker on PlayStation, so I figured might as well just go for, hey, all the Quadzerkers have been done now. My strategy for Quadzerker on Neo XF was using 2 zombie Zerkers with... I think one had the Assassin Dagger equipped and the other one had the Death Sickle equipped, and the other 2 Berserkers that were properly alive had bone mails equipped, so they would get occasionally healed whenever I got decently lucky. And that actually worked decently well. Just took a while to get the bone mail and stuff. Oh, that's not for the solo challenge, Profness. The Quadzerker is 4 characters. The solo challenge is not done for Berserker only. In this case, I actually want to go and grab a hammer. If we're allowing Berserkers. Or 2, actually. I think 2 would be fine. The Mithril Hammer here has the highest damage output potential, but also the highest variance, plus like a 20% chance to miss each time you're trying to hit. Plus on top of that, the boss that we're trying to fight coming up has evasion on top of it, so the chance to hit with the Mithril Hammer is not that great, and then it can even deal half the maximum damage, or half your regular damage, or up to 200. Actually, no, up to 150% damage. I think. Wait. Is it 50 to 150 or is it 50 to 200%? I think it's 50 to 150. Either way, the damage variance on the Mithril Hammer is very high, and it's absolutely not a reliable weapon. But if I'm just looking to get individually really big hits in with triggering relatively few attacks to begin with, then this is the correct choice. This is also the part where I realized that there's not a whole lot of chests I want to get in this, are there? There's a cottage on the left, bottom left staircase is an elixir, bottom right staircase is an elixir. Don't need any of those. This is a Phoenix down, I did not need that. I can get a green beret. Can monks equip green berets? By the way, in these encounters here, you always want to defeat the defeater first, before the poltergeist. Because if you defeat the last, then they summon motor trap enemies, which just elongate the encounter, and I don't think you actually get the experience from all of the enemies. That was fixed in the Pixel Remaster though. In the Pixel Remaster you do in fact get the experience from all the enemies you defeat in combat. Which I crashed the game with that. Because later in the game you can kill some enemies that just repeatedly respawn like themselves, so you can get a tremendous amount of experience that you probably shouldn't be able to. Alright. Let's go here, this is gonna be the green beret. Let's see, can you equip this Galuf? Nice, alright, this is +1 strength, +1 agility, and better defense. I also do want to knock out the poltergeist first, because these guys can blind me, and I don't have a way to prevent blind aside from the one pair of glasses I have. I don't remember what triggers them to use the flash attack to blind, but it will be pretty bad. Yeah, specifically the most notable thing about getting on the experience from the final enemy you kill in a sequence is the library. The library, you only get experience from the very last enemies you kill. Also, hey, a Thief's Glove increases chance to steal, once we can steal. But that's kind of one of the biggest reasons why you don't want to fight anything in the library in this game. And also the Game Boy Advance version, it's just not worth it. It's way too much like work in order to knock them out for how little you receive in return. And that is likely a bug based on like the experience distribution and how much experience these enemies are supposed to give individually. And so the Pixel Remaster actually fixes that, which is kind of nice. Also, we just got a full moon. That is a way better weapon for Lena here, and it's a reach weapon, so we can sit in the back row, but still deal full damage. Is that a weird texture outside there? I've never seen that before. I'm not sure you can see that on stream. Alrighty, we have taken 1 hit so far running through here, so that's a pretty good so far. Uh-oh. Alright, Lena needs 3 more ability points to learn whatever she learns next for the job. The funny thing is, I'm strongly considering just knocking out one of my characters here. Because I think it would be safer to do that. Alrighty, so I want to knock out the defeaters first to avoid the mortar trap enemies, but I really also want to knock out the crew dust so they don't flash. Because flash would be really bad if I get blinded. I have no way to remove that. That should be that guy down. We're just gonna get mortar trap enemies, but oh well. Not much I can do about that one. That's actually not technically true. What I could do is I could hope that one of these defeater attacks Galuf. Galuf counterattacks, and because summoning the mortar trap enemies is a counterattack, technically speaking, they actually would not get summoned because you cannot counterattack a counterattack. Learned Steel. Okay, still has not learned protect your back thing or whatever it's called. Welcome to Etir. And thank you, I appreciate that. I will definitely need a good chunk of luck. Alrighty, so here I think is what I will be doing. I think I'm gonna have Lena knock herself out with her weapon. Actually, you know what? No. Here's what I'll be doing, actually. I'm gonna give Lena a dagger, so she does as little damage as possible, but she will still be able to provide a little bit of health as a meat shield if, well, basically for Liquid Flame to attack. But I'm gonna turn Galuf here into a Time Mage for now, because a Time Mage can equip staves. Brawl, it doesn't do anything for us. And I'm gonna equip the Healing Rod on Galuf, and this will allow him to heal the other characters by using the attack command. The reason why I don't want Lena to attack is, well, maybe I should have her attack. Basically, whenever you hit Liquid Flame, it's gonna trigger a counterattack, and I don't necessarily want to do that, because it can hit like a truck. Now let's just see what happens. Just go with the normal strategy for now, but this is where Berserkers come in play. Berserkers can two-hand Mithril Hammers, and Mithril Hammers hit like a truck, if you hit with them. and you don't get a low roll. So it's just kind of big ifs, but they are really strong. And more importantly, I can just wait on Gallup's turn until the Berserkers attack. Let's see how this is gonna go. Also, Berserkers deal 50% more damage with the regular attack, plus Mithril Hammers have, I think, a slightly higher damage potential than Mithril Swords to begin with. They're just not nearly as reliable, so I would not normally choose them, except for here. Alright, I'm gonna just attack herself. I'm gonna go with that strategy. Sorry, Lena. I'm gonna wait until one of the Berserkers hits, and then I need to heal immediately. Most importantly, I need to heal Galuf. Wait, Galuf doesn't have enough maximum HP, I just realized. He will not survive a Fire 2 counterattack, so I guess we just hope he doesn't get hit. This is Liquid Flame healing itself. By the way, Liquid Flame has 3000 HP. I'm not keeping track of how much it is right now. This form also has a 30% chance to evade, which is actually good for me. I don't want the Berserkers here to hit necessarily until I'm done with healing them. And I get my turn back, so I'm ready to heal again. Also, I think this is gonna pull Galuf into the front row, so he's gonna take more physical damage. So this counterattack is gonna be Fire 2, and this is the spooky part. Please don't paralyze Galuf. Okay, this is fine. Right, don't hit Galuf. Okay, that's lucky. Very lucky. Actually, Galuf might have enough magic defense to survive this, just barely. I don't think he does. Especially not if you get flamed. This is 25% of our maximum health and damage every time. Also, it counterattacks with flame here as well. That's really good. This is the form that we want to see, and that's also very good. Thank you, Ferris. I appreciate you not hitting. Bonk may survive a counterattack with Fire 2. So I'm gonna prioritize healing Galuf, because if the healer dies, then I can't heal anymore. These have been by the really high hits, so that was lucky. Uh-oh. Hit. Bonk. Ooh. Okay. Galuf just about surviving. For now. I was considering whether I should heal Ferris here instead. Uh-oh. Ferris may go down. Ferris did go down. He can only heal himself, I think, 5 times in this form, so there's limited healing in there. Adam Learns Live is raiding with a party of a lot of people. Hello everybody and welcome! I just won accidentally. Well, I say accidentally, but... Hooray! Adam, thank you! I see you rebranded a bit. Thank you so much for the raid and welcome everybody to Final Fantasy V, where I'm doing a challenge where I can only use the attack command. This is kinda loud. Hello, welcome to you, Adam. How are you doing? I've seen you've gone live a little bit recently, but I have to admit I haven't caught a stream yet. What are you doing currently, if I may ask? Welcome to everybody joining. This is a challenge run where I'm only where I'm only allowed to use the attack command, and I cannot use items even outside of battle or magic outside of battle. So the characters that are dead right now, can't revive them. So that's a thing. So I'm gonna turn you back into a knight for now, so I can actually control what you're doing rather than just mindlessly attacking. I think I might just keep Galuf as a time mage for now. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep Galuf as a time mage for now. Firebow versus Byblos? Yeah, actually that might be... Wait, that's the best case scenario, isn't it? I didn't even think about that, but that's an excellent one. You're doing well? I'm glad to hear that. Just working on a bot for now. Hey, nice. Oh, have a good time, Adam. Thank you for dropping by, and have a most pleasant day. Enjoy your lunch. Alright. Let's see. I did definitely get lucky on the drop for a fire bow. Because the way drops work for this boss in particular is depending on which form you kill, is, well, which item you get. And the form I happened to kill was, well, the one that drops the fire bow, so that's the lucky part. Like, that's really lucky because effectively, with random attacks, damage values, let's put it this way, I only have like a 1 in 3 chance for this to happen anyways. Am I going to go after the Hapen Magos? Yes, absolutely. And the ribbon. I'm not sure if there's much else I can even use in here. Well, I guess the money would be okay. So the nice thing is, even though I can't use items to heal, there's this pot right here. This pot is going to be a full heal too, so we're good on that end. Does the refresh pot here revive? It does, yes. It's basically like an inn, but much quicker. Also cutscene first, I guess. Also, my character isn't going to just run by here on the cutscene. So I have to actually run back. Sweet. So I'm gonna turn you back into a knight. That is a mystic knight. Thinking about it, a mystic knight may make more sense. Maybe. Maybe I'm on a Master Mystic Knight with everybody anyways. Mystic Knights have pretty good agility. Even though I can't use their more useful elemental blade. Oh well. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, I'm gonna actually turn Galuf back into a monk for now. Because why not? Alright. So that's just a bunch of monies. The chest over here is guarded by some enemies and has an elixir in it. I can't use elixirs, so that's too bad. This one here has a ribbon in it, and I want that. Oh, it's only Gygus, that's lucky. So they have a chance to counterattack with arrow every time I hit them. And for the purpose of Galuf, that is hitting twice. So 2 chances of counterattacks. And it took both of them. Once the timer on the bottom left, by the way, goes to 0, I straight up lose. So that's less than ideal. So ribbon... Do I need to worry about healing? Uh-oh. So in this encounter we can either knock out the sergeant and the wolves will run away, or we can knock out the wolves and the sergeant will run away. Or, in this case, we can knock out all of them and none of them will run away. I'm gonna go back to heal. The damage output is not gonna be an issue here. The issue will be my health, I guess. Bonk. Have you ever played any of the Bonk series games, PC Genshin? No, actually I have not. I know about them, but that's to the extent of it. You missed. Well, that's inconvenient. Oh well. You never noticed that save point is opaque, but that making perfect sense. Oh yeah. By the way, the encounter rate in here is actually really low normally, which is one of the things that the Pixel Remaster actually kinda does wrong. The encounter rate normally is much lower in here. Well, normally. So it's actually kind of surprising that I'm running into so many encounters right now. The Pixel Remaster, by the way, has that kind of in a number of places where you're not supposed to get any encounters at all. It still gives you encounters, just very basic ones. And other areas where the encounter rate is supposed to be increased or decreased, it just doesn't make any adjustments, which is a bit of a shame. Alright, I should not have attacked that guy with here. Definitely gonna attack this guy with here. The less times I attack the Gigas, the less chances he has to counterattack. The Sorcerer can confuse one of my characters. Uh-oh. And that's precisely what happened here. So I'm hoping that Galuf gets his turn after the others, because he's gonna deal a ton of damage to us if he gets a turn in. Okay, very good. So this chest contains an elf cape. This is an accessory that gives you a chance to evade attacks. Actually, that's not good on you. This is better on you. Specifically, a 1 in 3 chance to avoid physical attacks. It also gives you a little bit of agility. It gives you a little bit of magic evasion, so both of these things can help quite a bit. The chests I'm running by the way, are pretty much exclusively elixirs with enemies guarding them in these areas. And I can't use elixirs, and I don't want to run into any more enemies than necessary. I attacked the wrong guy out of habit. Ow. And he counterattacked every time. I don't know the chance of him counterattacking. Might be 1 in 3, might be 2 in 3. Oh, we resisted the charm. This might be where the Balloon Pad comes into play for Lena and Galuf, because that also provides a bit of magic evasion, which helps resist something like Charm. Or it might just be the level difference, because we're higher level than this guy. He might have just a lower chance to hit. There is the Guardian Dagger. This is where we also put Lena back into the front row. The Guardian Dagger has a very slightly increased attack power compared to... well, the other weapons, or specifically the Full Moon, I guess. But it does give you a 1 in 4 chance to block enemies' physical attacks, so that's nice. The chest on the left, I think, is the Esuna spell, or the heal spell, removing all negative status effects, minus some exceptions, specifically zombie and death. Right, we are knocking 2 of these wolves out here, because this is actually a special Sergeant encounter. Once you knock out all the wolves, the Sergeant is going to turn into... Iron Claw, I think it is, which is a boss. By the way, this is an easy strategy to defeat this encounter, because the Sergeant does not have as much HP or defense as the Iron Claw encounter later. But the downside is, if you do this on the Game Boy Advance version, you're not gonna get the Bestiary entry for this boss, so if you care about completing the Bestiary, you don't wanna do that. Either way, we're out of here. Timer might need to be layered over the game. I think the timer is... oh no, you're right. I was about to say, the timer is not gonna layer over the game, the other way around. But that's not the issue here. Thank you, Profness. Hey, Dodoma-kun, welcome. Thank you. Alrighty, we get Ninja as one of the crystals. Which could... Well, actually, no, it's gonna be part of my strategy. It is going to be useful. Let's see, how do I want to tackle Biblos? I think my strategy with Biblos is 4 characters alive. Or try to keep 4 characters alive, but I also feel like I need a good chunk more HP on them, so that means a little bit more grinding. Definitely Berserkers. The Firebow, actually the Flamebow would be coming into play here. So I will likely have Lena become a freelancer again for the Biblos fight. Alrighty. But I think that is theory crafting for next time, everybody. Starting to get a bit tired over here, but I think this should be quite a fun challenge to complete sometime. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Thank you so much for listening and for lurking.